Oh,
Oh, here's one I wrote. Smooth sailing, I glide like a frisbee, letting you know I'm here to get dizzy, rocking the mic like you know you should. I'm like milk, I do your body good. So I wrote that because I was Dizzy D DJing, and I would DJ everything.
that's a clap. That's a
That's
definitely.
But I
Spectacular.
literally would rap, breakdance, and DJ with
Oh, she
five
can
guys
breakdance.
out
Of
of
course
high
she did.
school,
Oh,
and it was so much fun. And I DJ'd and I emceed at the Olympics in Salt
I was
Lake.
there.
Remember?
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Bring it on.
Welcome to Girls Gone Gritty.
I'm Farley Boyle.
I'm Darian Boyle.
And I'm Jennifer Berenius.
Collectively, we're two sister-in-laws with our bestie.
We don't just talk, we do it. Day, night, mountain, beach, and city.
Get ready as we bring gratitude and attitude to everything we do.
We jump in head first, unafraid, and we're all in all the time.
We bring it on and get it on each week, diving deep into authentic, unscripted conversations.
On just about everything. So let's get gritty.
Bring it on. Bring it on. Don't wait until tomorrow.
So here we are, Girls Gone Gritty. You last week you got introduced to our new studio, but we have a new little zone for us to be in this week that is going to be a part of our episodes each week. I believe we're going to show you our rock and roll bar. This has been a character piece in the Boyle household for a really long time, and Farley is going to take some time today to inaugurate our first cocktail for today. What are we doing here today, Far?
So I think so many people need to learn how to make a proper margarita. And it might be the easiest cocktail to make, but so many people botch it because they buy store-made mixers, they put in too much agave, and it's a really simple recipe. It consists of a lime, tequila. We always roll our limes because it makes them juicier, it makes them easier to press. But a fresh lime, one person gets a lime each. So a drink consists of one lime and either 1 or 2 equal parts of tequila. So you could do 1 lime, 2 shots of tequila, 2 shots of Cointreau, or you could do 1 shot of tequila, 1 shot of Cointreau, as long as you have like 1 shot of lime juice. And usually you get 1 shot of lime juice and a lime. So we're going to show you, actually.
And it's perfect kickoff because we'll drink some margaritas and then we're going to talk about rock and roll, baby. Kiss. How you doing?
I have some unbelievable swag.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking that here, while we are promoting our fabulous swag, maybe the bartender that's in the hot seat has to always wear the flag. So, I mean, not the flag.
I think
the hat.
I think the bartender only wears the hat
Oh.
because it's a lot of hats. But here's our new swag. What do you
Yes.
think? Go to our website, girlsgonegritty.com, girlsgonegritty.com, and you should buy some merch because if you're wearing it, it's cool. But you have
It's
to
cool.
listen to the show to wear the hat.
Yes, you do.
I happen to really like a shaker that doesn't get stuck when it's super cold. Like, to me, the most annoying shaker
Hate those.
is like the all stainless. Does not work for me. So I have found one that I love, and I'm going to go ahead and squeeze. We're making 3 cocktails in this batch. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze all 3 of my limes because there's going to be 1 for each of us. And it's actually really like a perfect recipe. So trust us when we say this. You don't need more than just 1 lime per person.
This little mechanism is a requirement in your household. If you don't have one, that juicer is like so simple and perfect. You don't have to buy the electric ones. So easy. And the shaking is super critically important. That's one thing that like you cannot shake that enough. Like keep shaking it, keep shaking it, keep shaking it. Farley's going to shake it.
Yeah, you cannot skimp on the shaking, guys. You can't shake too much.
So she's adding some more Cointreau, even parts.
So the Cointreau is an orange flavored liqueur. Some people actually use orange juice in their margies, but we happen to think that Cointreau gives you a little more bang for the buck and it's smoother, tastes nice. Some people might prefer to use triple sec. There are options, but in the grand scheme of life, the perfect margarita really is Cointreau to me.
Well, and it is a little pricier, but you know what? You find for the hangover, if you spend up on the liquor, The less sugar there is, the less issue you're going to have with a hangover. All right. Well, cheers, ladies. Let's go. All right. So we are so musically inclined from a like just consumer and love of music aficionado, you would call it. So we've been dying to do this segment for like since the beginning, but we wanted to give it an appropriate time and space and place. So we are so excited to cue the music on music and what music means and where the hell music is going. I mean, what the hell? What the F? What the what? Far? I know you got a lot of like, opinions on this too. We talk about music all the time. We go to festivals, Darian, and I mean, we're music people. We are super opinionated on this. So be careful of this episode. You're gonna see the real three Gs.
Explicit
Content.
lyrics and explicit content.
I'm going to explain where that explicit content came from. But first, I want to start us off with a quote. I came across a quote from Victor Hugo. Music expresses that which cannot be put into words and cannot remain silent. To me, that sums up music. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful gifts that we were given. He's also responsible for like Les Mis and The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. So just to, give you a little dialogue on him. I'm going to just tell you that the very first song that I ever listened to that made me feel sexual energy was by Prince, and it was called Darling Nikki. And yeah, Darling Nikki. Darling Nikki in a hotel lobby masturbating with the magazine.
Yeah, there it is.
And I remember
really good voices. I'm definitely not like that.
I just remember hearing that song. I think I was probably like 11. And I felt like my belly got upside down. And I heard it on the radio, and I was like, I need to have that song. I want to hear it whenever I want to hear it. So it was my first 45 that I bought. And
45 for those of you that are not of it's like way it precedes us actually, kind of really like vinyl was like ending its era.
There were 33s, there were 45s,
but then it went
to
cassettes.
Like 72s or
I was DJing, so I had 45s, I had 33s, I had it all. DJ Dizzy D was in the house. So
oh my god,
yeah. So I had a lot of.
We might have to bring that back.
We are definitely bringing that back.
Yes.
Wait, why aren't we doing that right now?
So the Darling Nikki situation, I went into a record store that we all had. It was in the mall. I mean, we had one in the mall, and it had like explicit content with a sticker on the album. And I remember like trying to figure out how I was going to get away with buying it. It was almost like you could sneak into a rated PG or R movie. You could still kind of get music. It was before what was like the Kevin Bacon movie. Footloose. I mean, it was like, I did not come from an oppressed region, but it was definitely harder to get things with explicit material, but you kind of could still do it. So what I will say
and
is,
Prince, by the way, is one of the greatest musicians of all time.
Number 18 of, by the way, just we'll come back to that at some point.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys like even remember the whole backmasking situation where you could play a song forwards, and then if you like did it backwards, and you could actually do it on a record player, and you could spin it backwards, and it would make like
number 9
crazy, scary, sometimes satanic references.
No, that's when you would stand. You'd put your head between two speakers, and you'd crank the music as loud as you can,
and you could still hear it,
and it would come kind of through both ears, and it would make this really crazy sound. I did it a lot. Maybe that's what's wrong.
That explains things.
Well, Darling Nikki, believe it or not, says, hello, how are you? I'm fine. The Lord is coming soon. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. The Lord is coming soon. So Prince went through like a phase where he felt terrible that he was getting criticism for this song. He became a Jehovah's Witness. He actually took this...
Jehovah's Witness?
A Jehovah's Witness. Yeah.
Wait. Really? I thought
no. I had no idea.
Is that right? Scientist? No, I thought it was Jehovah's Witness.
All right. No, I thought you said something else. Yeah.
But he definitely took it off, I want to say, in like 1991 because of a religious situation that he was going through. Which is fine.
Yeah.
But what I will say, he also wrote Sugar Walls for Sheena Easton. And that was probably the most explicit song that there was. Come spend a night in my sugar walls.
I remember that.
Come
song.
inside my sugar walls. Blood races to your private parts. Let me know there's a fire. I mean, this is what we were listening to.
Yeah.
What is the difference between like WAP
Wow.
and sugar walls?
And preceding that, like, I mean, I think you watched it on the same flight I did, and we got cut off. But the Donna Summer song, "Oh, love to love you, baby."
Oh,
Yeah. I love Donna Summers.
And
Hot stuff.
it's
She had
it's
it
it's
all.
literally
Oh, that
it
was
was
that was
so
Studio 54.
evocative and crazy
Sexual healing.
because
Marvin
it
Gaye.
was
Ah.
it was like her
Why did
or
we
having an
not get to go to
orgasm.
Studio 54.
Well,
I-
we're gonna create our own.
I did go to Studio 54.
She did that at Studio
Come to
54.
Studio
She
Girls
performed
Gone
that
Gritty.
song and literally performed an orgasm.
Yes.
And the whole, I
Yes.
think there were actually orgasms happening at Studio 54 while she was singing it.
It
I'm sure he
was
was.
bonkers. So
Yeah.
so I think to your point, like Prince is clearly somebody who was extremely sexual and beyond, but it's a story that's as old as time.
So Tipper Gore, which is so interesting, at the same time that I was listening to this song and kind of, knowing that I was naughty and hiding it from my parents and like listening to it with my door closed, Tipper Gore created a fight against songs with offensive lyrics because she walked in on her own child listening to this song. So it was the Parents Music Resource Center, known as PMRC. And this controversy led to a voluntary system where record labels put warning stickers on albums containing explicit content. Artists began releasing the clean and the explicit versions after the fact. So many people said, you cannot censor music. You cannot tell us what we can write. And they all won. And I mean, like the first three artists that came to mind were John Denver, Dee Snider, and Frank Zappa. So, Tipper Gore started the movement. She got shut down. People thought that she was vilified, She was vilified. But they did start trying to censor things, which I agree. Like when I had little people in my car and they liked the top songs, I bought the, non-explicit version so that they weren't singing
bop.
about,
Kids Pop.
Kids Bop.
Oh,
It was
love
like,
Kids
Kids
Pop.
Bop.
well, that's because they know that there's, something on the other
Well,
side.
it's because you want what you can't have. Again,
Yeah, you want
the danger. You want the the thing that makes you feel. I mean, it's like, again, going backwards. It's like Elvis. Like Elvis he swayed his
He made
hip.
women
He did
feel something.
made women feel like, oh,
So did
like
Beatles.
He was
crazy.
the
1,000%.
king of rock and- He was the king.
1,000.
Elvis was the king. He was setting the standards. He was
He was
pioneering. He
It was gritty.
gritty. But when you talk about the explicit lyrics and the clean version, I took Dee Dee to Olivia Rodrigo, or I should say, Jeff bought us tickets to go to Olivia Rodrigo. She was super into Taylor Swift. So all of a sudden, we're at Sugar Bush, and I have to drive her to school every morning, and we're like, all right, well, we have this concert coming up. We start playing the music, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait, F-bomb. Every single song was just naughty. It was F-bombs, F-bombs, F-bombs. And I look at Jeff, I go, great job, Jeff. But then you fast forward, like, I absolutely love her. She's great. So we go to the concert. Now we've spent 4 months learning every single song out there. And of course, we never had the clean version. It was always the explicit version because that's just what was on the radio. And we went to the concert. We went with her friend, like one of her besties. And the two girls sat in front of us. And her mom told Dee Dee's friend, said, okay, during the concert, you can sing it like she does, but never, ever any other time. So Dee Dee comes, Mom, it's crazy. Every time like this song came, she was just screaming the F-bombs all like the concert. I go, did you? She goes, no. I said, okay. But that's how our control is. They all know that these words are in the songs, but they're naughty. You can't say it. Can I sing it? Do you sing it under your breath?
Right.
Or do you have the clean version? Like clean versions are great, but music over the years has just taken such a toll.
They've always been doing it.
They've been doing
goes
it.
back to-
And they've been doing it.
Oh,
And
but it's
rap?
more subtle like we said about, our bikini episode, you don't have to show everything off, leave something to the imagination. So the lyrics before today might not have been like a song called Wet Ass Pussy. I hate that word.
Bleep,
And
bleep,
I don't
bleep,
like
bleep,
hearing
bleep,
it.
bleep.
I don't like hearing it. I know it is a bleep bleep, but let's be real.
No,
I'm going
I'm
to
not saying
say
it. I'm just
today's WAP by Cardi B was yesterday's My Neck, My Back by Kia in 2002. Compare those two songs to each other. They're identical.
Yeah.
One's 22 years later, but it's all about your private parts being pleasured. And before it used to be the pleasure principle, and it left something to the imagination.
You
could
alluded.
Visualize it.
You alluded.
Now you are listening to it and you're actually cringing because they are describing it so vividly down to the smell, the sight of it, and the sound that it makes. I'm sorry.
It's
I'm sorry.
no, it's terrible. And you know what the thing that it really stinks to that is that, again, we're in this age where like that's what gets like the attention. And at the end of the day, the way I feel,
Classless.
the way I feel about music
Totally.
is like, again, so passionate because they are modern day poets. And like I love the lyricists of like being able to listen. Prince, although he was evocative, he still like made you feel something without having to like go like, I'm not saying it wasn't vulgar. I'm saying like there was a sensuality, a sexuality of what he embodied. And you don't have to just be like, Brain.
He was mad at his girlfriend. He wrote that song because she cheated on him. So he wanted everybody to know that she was like a sexual like beast and had an appetite that like was hard to fulfill. And he performed that song to embarrass her in the movie in, Purple Rain.
Right. And I think music all comes from what you're feeling.
Real
All,
1000%.
It's all real life. You all these like Olivia, Taylor, all about breaking up with their boyfriend or meeting the girlfriend of the best friend. And
Tyler,
it tells these
Taylor
stories.
Swift is the epitome of a storyteller. Like she is famous because she uses her life experiences and brings them to life in song.
And the interesting thing is, and again, I'm not dissing Taylor Swift. She's incredibly, obviously, I don't even have to say she's incredibly talented. Her
Right.
Repertoire and her abilities are beyond. But the interesting thing is, you look at like some of the younger people, and you look at musicians of yesteryear that are truly iconic. Let's take the Billy Joels of the world, whether you like them or you don't. Take the Bruce Springsteens of the world, again, another Jersey native. Like they were telling a story, and they wanted you to feel what they were experiencing. And the interesting thing I think about music is that when you look at the catalog of music, you have people who were talking about civil rights issues back in the day, the Marvin Gayes. Like you had people that like really wanted you to think about not only yourself and experience, but society as an experience. I mean, the top lyricists, I mean, I did a lot of research on like, because again, I'm a lyricist. I love the words of the music. And I truly believe, for those of you at home, like everybody thinks about what you consume in your gut biome is the most important thing. And I 1000%, but I also believe you have to think about what you consume in other ways. Visually, we've talked about social media, and lyrically, like what you listen to is going to become who you are. So like I love the poetry of things, and I believe music truly to be an art. And I was like, all right, ready? So we've talked about Prince. Prince, according to Rolling Stone, was number 18 of the top lyricists. I'm talking about lyrics and being able to like evoke emotions in words. The crazy thing is that like there are so many modern day artists that you don't know that they don't write their songs. They're a performer. Like Elvis,
right.
Amazing. Most of the music that he performed, he didn't write. He was a performer.
Why don't these
Milli Vanilli
writers get the credit?
They do get the credit. They do get the credit at the Grammys.
Yeah, but like you and I went to the concert at PNC Art. It was an obscure artist, but he wrote music for everybody that we know. And he performed every song.
You're talking about One Republic.
One Republic.
Yeah. He did a montage of one of my children. I have songs for each of my children. Each of my children have a song that I sing to them. I sing songs to my kids my whole entire life. One of my favorite songs I sing to every single, nobody gets silly love songs, from Paul McCartney, who is like number 2 on this list. But the words, your words mean something. I think is what we're saying. Like what the baseline is. It's like your words matter, and there's a way to impart sexuality and disruption and like so many things without just having to wop whatever.
But how about
I mean,
like you think about hardcore lyrics, and I mean Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole. Chris Cornell, one of my favorite musicians.
Oh, he's
Like,
so good.
his voice is just mesmerizing. You like listen to him and it just gives you chills. And you talk about stories and think about the history of Rastafari. When I was in college, I was very much into reggae. One of my besties, Bill Levins, reggae fiend, and got me so into reggae. And I did my literally my college thesis on Rastafari, a way of life. And going through it, you hear the history and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much apartheid. And what is that? Which when you fast forward to the last couple of years and you see how things have changed, marijuana is legal. You see how the government systems, when you see his movies that's out there, you say, that's a story. He was pioneering it. He was telling the story through music. And he made such a change. When you hear of all these violent lyrics, when you hear about lyrics, I mean, it's like kids are committing suicide because of it. They're aggro. They're just sending messages that are negative. But then you hear the happy songs, Stevie Wonder.
Here Comes the Sun. Sound of the sunshine.
Yeah, the sound of the sunshine. You can make it if you really try. Like there's just so many one-liners that you can feel and you believe and it's
can change your day.
Changes your whole energy.
A song can come on in the car and it can put me right back to where I was at that exact moment. I can smell it. I can feel it. A lot of them involve Darian. A lot of them involve you.
Of course.
I mean, it's just music can put you back into a mind frame and it makes you relive the feeling of whatever joy you were experiencing at that moment, whatever the night was, the club.
Like, who did I break up with? What was it? I was sitting.
We have soundtracks for our life.
Yes.
Sitting in the caddy, and I remember broke up with this guy. Mikhail looks at me. She goes, I looked at her. I was like, oh my God, he's such a loser. And I just started laughing. I'm like, he is such a loser. Cry Me a River. We laughed so hard.
Oh, Cry Me a River.
Right to the bar. And
sorry,
JT. You just got
oh man, Cry Me a River, JT.
I think Jessica's probably a little pissed off right
I
now.
think she might.
I mean,
but people would ask,
dude. You're in a hamper.
Oh, whatever. But anyway,
but even like when I went back to Stevie Wonder, one of my one-liners is when I would get upset or just, hey, what's your motto? I'd think of Stevie Wonder. Moving into the positive, your destination is the brightest star. So I always think that, okay, I can reach for that goal. And it takes you back to a moment that you're all right, I'm immersed, I'm not going to give up.
Yeah.
So songs kind of trigger all these events in your life. And just like you said, how many nights did we just pregame and you find the song, you're like, yeah, let's do it. Come on,
and listen, it's why countries have anthems. Let's be honest. Like, you want to get behind your country, you are listening to it, and if you don't have a sense of pride as to who you are,
do this.
and then when you're on a team, like I created this. I create. If you want to follow me on Spotify, I have playlists for everything. I create playlists for every single event of my life, and when you create a playlist for your team or your family or a moment in time, and you're like, and you capture it, it's literally to me like taking a lyrical photograph, right? Like you don't have to see a picture. Like, I can remember it. I love the visual here in my brain. And when I listen to it, I'm like, it's just so beautiful and amazing. And I love the poetry of music.
Put it together. So
yes.
That's like, let's go back in time.
Yeah.
This is something I'd like to reinvent.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
somebody would take the time to maybe listen to the top 100, and you would have your recorder right next to you, the Casey Kasem's, and you would know that like maybe the top song of the week was like number 18 that you loved, and you could record it.
You'd wait with record and play. next to it and you're like, oh my God, is it the song? Because I only have so many minutes on this tape and I didn't have any money.
You
And
had to be prepared.
oh my God. And listen, I had to make my playlist back in the day because I taught forever, like Darian,
Like
DJ.
yoga,
I would have to
aerobics.
make my own playlist. And it
Job.
took hours. I mean, you
But
would
think about the love, even down to the cassette like case insert that had number one, each soundtrack written out, and they named whatever the
I made you a
playlist was. Like
mixtape.
I had a
I made you a mixtape.
and it was all of our songs.
Everybody
I said
loved
this to
it.
Pat the other day. I said, "Would you have made me a tape?" He was like,
I just was going through a box and I literally found a ton of cassettes, and it was all when I DJ'd, and I constantly made mixes, and people.
Oh my God, you still have them?
I still
we
have
need to
them.
break
I have all my CDs, and there's mixes. Like anytime I went somewhere, I always was making mixes. Everyone would go, "Hey, will you make me a mix? Will you make me a mix?" And that is the best compliment you can get
Yes,
as
it
a DJ is when at the end of the night, "Hey, can I get that mix?" And every year we have a toga party, and we bring in a
It's
DJ.
the best party ever.
"Oh, it's so fun."
It's so fun. It's annual. Oh wait, cheers to
Our
that
delicious margarita that we, taught everybody how to make.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Girls Gone Gritty.
You can check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
If this episode hits home, share it with someone who needs to get gritty.
The 3 Gs. We'll see you next week.
Peace out.